Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We're in the book of Acts, chapter 21, starting at verse 37 through 22, verse 16. Now, there's a riot taking place inside the temple because Paul has been talking about how we're saved through the grace of Christ, and the religionists, the legalists, think that he is undermining, and he is undermining the religious system of working your way to heaven. And they try to kill him when he gets, when the Romans intervene. And in spite of all this chaos, Paul's like, you know what? Let's keep talking. Can I say something to the crowd? Which is just hilarious. And he speaks to the Roman centurion in Greek, and he's like, oh my gosh, I thought you were an Egyptian terrorist based on all the chaos that's going on. And he's like, no. And he turns around and he speaks Aramaic, the language of the home court there in the temple. And he says, I want you to listen to my defense. I was even better than you at being a legalistic Jew. He says, I am uniquely qualified to talk with you about this because I was born, a Jew. I'm from Tarsus. I was raised here in this holy city of Jerusalem. And not only that, I studied to become a Pharisee under Gamaliel, who was he's famous for being a Jewish scholar. And he says, I am thoroughly trained in the law. I know the law forward and backwards, and that's why I'm trying to talk to you all. He says, I was so zealous for God. I was so sure of my purity that I was eager, zealous, overjoyed to persecute followers of Jesus all the way to, and catch this, their death. All the way to their death. And I even got a permission slip from the priests to run over to Damascus and to take this show on the road. And what's amazing is, for all his learning, for his devotion to the religious system that was in place, to his zeal for persecuting the followers of God's way, the followers of Jesus, God has used all those circumstances, all that craziness, for his kingdom. And that's the thing I'd like you to consider is, how does God use your circumstances to do his kingdom work in the world? And are you paying attention to that? You are uniquely shaped by the circumstances of your life to minister to other people in this world. And God will use that if you open yourself up to that. And so Paul goes on to say, the Lord came to me, and I saw the righteous one, and I heard his words. And he said to me, get up, get baptized, and get your sins washed away. And God would make him a whole new person. And he says, my defense for why I'm different is because I didn't do it. God did this. God changed me. God flipped a zealous religious persecutor to become a zealous evangelistic proclaimer. And God can do something new in your life too. Well, thanks, my friends. Have a blessed day.